the iPad 2. Easily one of my favorite Apple products of all time. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of the accessories that came out for the iPad 2. Let's get started. Okay, so I got a couple accessories. So, the first one, and possibly the biggest one, that I'm going to be taking a look right now, is the iPad 2 smart cover. Now, this accessory was announced alongside the iPad 2 and was possibly one of the bigger ones because the point of it was Apple, exactly what Steve Jobs said, is
we went to all this trouble to make a beautiful design and we covered it up with this case.
Instead, what they did, make this polyurethane cover that goes on top. So it just, this part snaps like this on, this part snaps like this, and then when you flip it up, you can see the iPad 2 screen is right there. So another thing you could do is there's two modes. One is just like this, so this is known as the typing position. So I'm gonna write a new note, and then you can say, hi, I'm using the iPad 2 smart cover. The other way you're supposed to use it is like this. So basically it covers like this in this triangle shape. And then the iPad is like this, playing a YouTube video, for example, or any other kind of video. Let's move on to the next accessory. The next accessory we're going to take a look at is the iPad 2 dock. So the iPad 2 dock is a special dock. So if you didn't know, Apple used to make docking stations specifically tuned to their devices. For example, they made an iPhone 3GS dock, an iPhone 4 dock, an iPhone 5 dock. And then eventually they stopped doing that and just released one universal dock for all their devices. But they don't make iPad docks anymore. So this is specifically sized to the iPad 2. You can see it's got this little ridge. See, it's got this little ridge right here, which is supposed to fit the size of the iPad 2 perfectly. As you can see, it's about the same size. So let's put this dock here. I'm gonna put that dock there. Put the iPad. See, it plugs in nice and snugly. And then you can see kind of from a side profile, you can see it fits the iPad 2 almost perfectly. So then this is also what it looks like from the front when you're just looking at it. That was the iPad 2 dock. This accessory is called the iPad 2 dock connector to VGA adapter. So you can see here I have a VGA monitor that doesn't really get used that much. And we're going to take our VGA adapter, so you can see we got the cable. We'll simply plug it in to our iPad 2. With the iPad on, you can see the monitor comes up with the exact same thing that we see on the iPad. So what you're going to notice is that the way the iPad looks is exactly what the monitor is going to show. For example, if I load up Super Stick Golf 2, it's not going to totally fill the screen. There's going to be black bars, simply because the aspect ratio and the way the iPad looks a little different. If you had a monitor that was for some reason exactly the same size and resolution as the iPad 2, then it would match, but in this case it doesn't. So you get the point. So the last accessory I want to take a look at is actually pretty similar to the first one. It is the iPad Smart Case. Now on the outside, this thing looks very similar to the smart cover, but as you can see, instead it's got a case. So it inherits all of the technology, everything we got from the iPad Smart cover, with the added benefit of a back spot. Now, I don't think this came out with the iPad 2. I think this came out with the iPad. This came out with the iPad 3 or 4, because as you can see up here, it's got the camera holes a little bit bigger, or the same size as an iPad 4 camera. So you can see we get the same thing. We get the typing position, we get the watching video position. So as you see, it's a very similar accessory with the added benefit of a back. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers before the end of the year. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.